What's up everybody, D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing a different type of video. Today will be a Godzilla community art showcase. Now before we begin, I want to say if you don't get your art featured in this video, that could be for one or two reasons. Number one, it could just be because I didn't remember to put it in here. You know, I have a lot of art featured in this video, so it's possible that I just forgot. Or number two, it could be because I'm saving it for a future video, specifically those of you who have Instagram art. The majority of the Instagram artists will be saved for a future version of this video, not necessarily the same video, you know, I'm just saying like a future installment in the community art showcase series. I don't plan on doing this series too regularly, but I do plan on doing this every once in a while, in which I compile a whole bunch of your guys' art and then show it off. Starting off, we will be taking a look at FigureMania Show. Now, if you guys don't know who FigureMania Show is the social media presence. I don't know if we can say that. I would say he's a YouTuber, but he's also an Instagrammer, so I don't know. FigureMania Show is a show run by Harold Ruiz, and his YouTube channel, he does toy reviews and everything like that, but what we're here to focus on is his figure art. So what figure art is where you take a figure, specifically, in most cases with him, SH Monster Arts, and then you make it into an art piece. So you take pictures with it. So starting off, I wanted to show off some of his prints. He actually sent me these personally, which is awesome. We have a Godzilla Earth. I love this one. This one's probably my favorite that he's done, just in like a world of fire. It's so cool. And I love the blues and everything. This one's awesome. We have a similar one with Godzilla Earth in a world of fire. We have Godzilla Earth and Godzilla Phileas. This one's based on that popular poster that they did for Monster Planet. We have an awesome Gypsy Avenger piece. And then we have a super cool Godzilla versus Gypsy Danger. This one's awesome. I love the water, and the cool thing is the majority of his effects are practical, as I'll show you in a minute here. He does behind the scenes for it all, and it's absolutely fantastic. So here are some of my favorite pieces of his that you guys can check out in a quick little montage. Another thing that you guys can go check out, along with his Instagram and YouTube channel down below in the description, is the Godzilla Legacy, which was an article done by the X-Glue Collective, which is an online website. They had an interview with Harold Ruiz, and they feature a lot of his art as well. It's really cool. I would definitely go check it out. And I wanted to give him a personal thank you for sending me this art. Now we can move on to the rest of you guys. I guess we'll jump into it with the intro, right? This intro was made by James Hassell. He's also got a nice Godzilla fan poster. So before we take a look at any of your guys' community art, one more thing we can take a look at is some professional art that I think is absolutely fantastic. This first one is a picture of Pacific Rim Uprising. I'm not totally sure who made it. It was posted by someone named Ra-Ru-Ru on Twitter, but it is absolutely fantastic. It was labeled the Pacific Rim Decisive Battle, much like the Godzilla anime title. We also had a Pacific Rim Uprising crossover with the Mazinger Z series. This one is an amazing piece. There was also an awesome Ready Player One Japanese poster, which featured King Kong and everything else great about Ready Player One, except it does have Mechagodzilla left off. Rob Britchfield's, I don't know if I pronounced that name right, amazing Godzilla 1984 art started making its way around Twitter recently as well. It is absolutely awesome. And then I was also told to show off Don Henglong's Burning Godzilla. Now we'll jump into more of your guys' community art. Here's a look at Red Ranger Key's Godzilla 64 Years of Destruction tribute. Along with that, he also shared with me his Godzilla to the Center of the Earth and Beyond. I haven't had the honors of reading this comic yet, I've just been really busy, but I'm showing it off here, so hopefully it gets a lot more attention. I think this is really, really good art for a low-budget indie comic. We have a picture of SGT Jack 2016's Thanos Godzilla Hybrid. Along with that, we have William Exorio's Kaiju art. He has many different characters that he's featured, including Gamoru, who is the mascot for Gamoru Island, although a mechanized version. King Canine did a Godzilla Biollante hybrid? I think that's what this is. I'm not totally sure because he didn't give me a caption on what it was. It may just be his own original kaiju, but either way, it is a pretty disturbing looking monster, so it's pretty cool. Here's a look at Switchboard's Mechagodzilla. We may wind up featuring this one again because he may have sent it to me on Instagram, and it might just wind up in a future episode of this series, and I just, you know, I'll show it off twice, I guess. Unless this was the only time he sent it to me, in which this is the only time I'll show it off. Here's a look at Scarlet Savage's Godzilla. This one's a very well-made digital art piece. Elton Tan How Keats Gigan is really cool. I love seeing Showa Gigan. Not a lot of people give that character love. Everyone's always in love with the 2004 version of the character, but I have always preferred the Showa incarnation, so I'm a big fan of this. Here's a look at Daikaiju Daniel's Kaiju Fantasy Battles Reignited poster. If you guys don't know what that is a series being done by, I believe, GojiFan93. I'm not sure if he's, you know, the one whose channel this is going to go on once it kicks off, but if I remember, this is supposed to air on his channel. You guys can actually look up Kaiju Fantasy Battles and you should find everything you need for it on YouTube already. Here's Chris Willett 117's amazing Godzilla. This thing's absolutely awesome. I love the Heisei design. This is such a good art piece. I did mention in the previous video that we would show off another piece of his art in the future, and here it is. Matt Frank did his version of Dr. Serizawa Neo. If you guys don't know what the Godzilla Neo series is, it's basically where Matt Frank takes Godzilla characters and then turns them into stylistic versions of themselves. Here's a great picture. It was done by Victor Atleta, and it is a tribute to Jet Jaguar, the one true hero. And then here's also a look at Thomas Elliott's amazing Terror of Mechagodzilla art. This thing straight up looks like it could have been one of the posters for the Heisei era. It's absolutely awesome. And then to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Destroy All Monsters, Jeff Zornow did a fantastic tribute to Destroy All Monsters. He made an awesome poster for it. I think this is incredible artwork. And of course, I couldn't get through this video without showing off at least some GNA art, and we'll get to more of his later, but here for the meantime is a picture of GNA's Monster X / Kaiser Ghidorah. Here's a picture of Skyer Dragneel's Shin Godzilla with the Infinity Gauntlet. Looks like he's fighting a mechanized version of Shin Godzilla as well. And I like the Thanos quote, "You should have gone for the head." Then I've also been meaning to show this off for a while. It's Crazy Otter 117's Shin Godzilla painting. Sorry it took me so long to show this off, man. I know you've been sending it for a while. We also have Gojira IRL's Shin Godzilla. It is from the original poster for Shin Godzilla. Seamus Bale, we've showed off some of his art on the channel before, did a really cool time-lapse of himself drawing a Shin Godzilla art piece. This is absolutely fantastic art. Go check out the original video on both Twitter and Instagram with the links down below. It's awesome. It is fantastic art. Here is one of my favorite art pieces that I've ever seen. It is GNA's Shin Godzilla on the Horizon, otherwise known as Shin Godzilla in Fukuoka. So beautiful. I love this thing. We also have Matt Frank's Shin Godzilla Neo. This one features a made-up version of Godzilla's first form, as well as a stylistic version of Kamata-kun, Shinagawa-kun, and of course Shin Godzilla with an absolutely insane tail. I mean, what is going on here? It looks like it's got 7 mouths. It's just crazy. That's what you can expect with the Godzilla Neo series. It's pretty out there. And I love Matt Frank. He might be my favorite Godzilla artist, so really wanted to show it off. Seaguns96 did a Shin Godzilla vs. Godzilla anime art. One of my favorite things about this one is how many little characters appear in here as well. You have Shin Godzilla fighting Godzilla Phileas. You also have the little tail version of Godzilla attacking one of these servants. And in the background, you have Godzilla Earth. I think this is just an absolutely awesome piece, and it's also a nice little Easter egg here with the atomic breath deflecting in so many directions, just like how Shin Godzilla can fire it out of his back in so many directions. That's a really solid art piece. And it leads us perfectly into our next topic, which is going to be the Godzilla anime art. Starting off with JP Gucha's, I don't know how to say that word, Destroya. This is his version of Destroya, and I think it would fit in perfectly within the anime timeline. We also have Bensuke's Chibi Mechagodzilla. This is a great art piece. I've seen this floating around before too. In fact, I've seen it a lot of times. A lot of people have reposted it. It's fantastic. Eva Pilot for Hire also contributed with his version, or hers, version of Godzilla Earth Roaring. The shading on this is really great. Amanda Kessler sent me her Godzilla Earth art as well. This is a pretty stylistic version of Godzilla Earth, and I really like it. This is a very well done art piece, and I want to give a shout out to her because I guess she's been a fan of the channel for a long time, but this is one of those people that I haven't heard from a lot, whereas a lot of you guys, I have heard from you guys over and over and over again, like Switchboard. So when I show off your guys' art, it's like I already feel like I've showed off probably at least some of it before, or at the very least I've talked with you guys before. God, I'm not going to pronounce this right, but we have Halta Cage's Godzilla Earth firing his atomic breath in one of my favorite Godzilla anime fan arts that I have ever seen. It's fantastic. And then to wrap things up here, we have GNA's History of Godzilla, featuring the 1954 Godzilla, Shin Godzilla, and in the background you can just see the massive Godzilla Earth. I love it. And then you also have GNA's Mechagodzilla City, which is just a super cool fan art of Mechagodzilla. Probably the best Mechagodzilla fan art that I've seen. And then this one's my favorite piece of the video. This one was made by someone whose name I'm not even gonna be close to pronouncing, but I'll give it my best shot. It's from Nirofumi Yagashi. It is just the most beautiful art of Godzilla 1954 ever. This was clearly done by hand, and it's just so impressive. I mean, you know, I could never even dream of drawing this well, but this is just absolutely fantastic. We also have a celebration of Godzilla art. This one did not have an artist linked to it, but you can check out the original link to where I found it down below. It is a history of Godzilla art piece. And then finally, the only Pacific Rim art that made it on here, because I never got sent any Pacific Rim Uprising art, it was done by Carlos Dottoli, and it was featured on Legendary's Twitter page. It was a Pacific Rim Uprising fan art that they did for their Fan Art Friday. I think it's fantastic, so I also wanted to feature it. And that does it for this one, guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time. Make sure to send me more art so I can do another one of these in the future. Don't send me the same thing over and over and over again. Just try and send it once, and then I will probably get it. As you guys can see, for those of you who did send art, I held on to this for a while because I was trying to collect enough to make a full video. So, for those of you who want to send me art, make sure you can send it to me on Twitter. That's the best place to send it to me. And you can find my Twitter through the link in the description below or through the About tab on my channel. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. D-Man out. Special thanks to FigureMania Show.